Hey. Alright, now
There's no stopping the train.
Alright.
There's no brakes.
We just finished the last one, now we're doing this one. What are we doing? Are we doing the weekly word right now?
No, we're talking about Korra.
Korra. So we're 2 episodes into the last season of Legend of Korra, and so far, I think we're both very happy with where it's going.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about both episodes? Do you want to talk about the new one? Or
Let's talk about both.
Okay.
To put it just up front, if you haven't seen any of our other Korra stuff, both Andy and I really liked Season 3. Mm-hmm. It's been our favorite so far.
Mm-hmm. I've liked all the seasons.
That sets the pace. Did you like Season 3 more than 2?
Yeah.
I did as well.
Yeah, I think that's pretty universal.
Yeah,
I haven't heard anyone that's been like 2 has been the best season, except for the Juan episodes. I really like the Juan stuff.
A buddy of mine on Facebook, who I don't really see much anymore because he lives.
Oh, but so I'm not really friends with. I'm like,
no, but didn't like Season 3 at all.
What was that?
It was like 2 is really the way to do it. I don't know. He thought Zahir was a terrible villain and just yeah.
I thought it was really the best. I mean, like, it's really the only way you could have done like a real Airbender villain.
Yeah,
and that was the perfect time to do it because I mean you can't be like, oh, there's other Airbender that came out of nowhere and
yeah.
So I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. I mean,
I really liked it. It's been my favorite of the 3 so far. Mm-hmm.
I think honestly, I feel like these villains have been. Except for Unalaq, because I feel like Unalaq is the one that kind of like breaks this mold. But I feel like the Legend of Korra villains are like much more not adult, but like Ozai was
Shades of Grey.
Not even Shades of Grey, but like more mature in their reasonings and more mature in their like way about being a villain. Like Ozai was like, I want to conquer the world for evil's sake, because he's just like, I just want to control everything. And then, like, Amon was, like...
Power hungry.
Amon was still power hungry, but he was, like... He was achieving it through, like... Hey, there's social injustice here. Let's exploit that.
Exploiting a movement, yeah.
Yeah, and then, like I said, Unalaq kind of falls to the wayside for that. But then Zahir's like, hey, there's social injustice here. And, I don't really... And he's almost like, he's like, I don't really care about controlling anything. I just want, like, the world will settle itself. And that's kind of an interesting way to be a villain. Like, that's not like a... I don't know. That's what I think.
Do you think the writers actually intended to, introduce a little bit of social commentary here?
Absolutely. I feel like
as a Nickelodeon show, that's ballsy.
Oh, that's probably why
awesome.
That's why they're trying to burn it off as fast as possible.
I don't know that they're trying to burn it off. I mean, maybe.
Well,
they're definitely cranking it quick.
Season 3 ended 2 months ago, and then now Season 4. I mean, happy day because I'm happy about it. But
I definitely don't blame them for the attitude of we don't know what to do with this in our lineup.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't fit
really
their lineup.
Not a
it doesn't fit their
show anymore.
It doesn't fit their lineup at all. It's and that's what I'm saying. It's like the maturity and it's a little darker and because it's like even Avatar: The Last Airbender was a little on the edge for them because there were some serious moments with that, but there was still kind of it was still a kiddie show in a lot of ways. It was a lot of random humor and stuff like that. But I do want to talk about this season because I feel like...
So, yeah.
Because this is actually kind of very manga-like in that the first episode, we start with a time skip of 3 years, which is very manga.
Ah.
And I thought that was kind of interesting because at first I was like, there's a 3-year time... I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't really understand why. And then, as we watch it, I feel like it's kind of cool to kind of see, these characters, being the same characters they are, but in different circumstances.
Yeah.
Where, Mako's still, on the police force, but now he's looking after, this, whiny prince guy who I don't like, but can easily probably be a very good character if they do him correctly. Because it's almost like they're, channeling a little bit of Sokka, but if Sokka was, an arrogant prick.
We'll talk about him in a sec.
Yeah, no problem. We can do that. Asami is, still doing Future Industries, and it's she's really coming to her own with that. She's not really in the father shadow where she's putting which I think is great. And then you see the Mako thing between. It's they're not really awkward hey, we used to date anymore. Now it's hey, we're friends.
Yeah,
that once dated.
Which is nice to see.
Yeah,
because that got old.
Well, even in the second season, it was hey, there's this weird are we gonna get back together because you and Korra aren't together anymore?
The tension. Yeah,
the weird tension. And then everyone season 3 was maybe Bolin and Asami are gonna get together, but then we see Opal, and Opal's still there, and it's kind of cool to see smaller characters become larger, and because the time skip allows that, I think. So,
well, yeah, Opal and Kai kind of taking a little bit of spotlight with the Wind Nation.
Well, that's the thing, actually, and that's probably one of the major things of the episode, is that like everyone gets the spotlight except Korra until the very end.
That first episode really does. It focuses on the rest of
everyone else. Yeah, because everyone's like, well, here's what everyone else was doing when Korra was figuring out her shit.
I really like the setup that episode gave. Just kind of both into what I assume the season's going to be, and kind of pitting different political ideologies actually against one another. You've got the air nomads who are peace for peace sake, trying to do the altruistic thing. There's the old money, just kind of entitled ruler mindset.
Right.
That kid who Mako's
well, it's the prince in exile.
After. Yeah, exactly.
It's like where it's like, and that's happened in history too, where like a prince has been like in another country and being like, hey, they're gonna welcome me back. That totally works.
And
like,
then there's
Kuvira,
who
is awesome. You don't like her?
No, I do like her. I don't think she's a villain, though I think she's going to play the role of the villain.
You think she's more like an antagonist rather than like an actual villain?
I think she's a disagreeing ideology in that the air nomads, they want to do good for good's sake. She wants to do good, but in a sense knows that to keep an empire together you can't do it for free, and requires some sort of cohesion, and that requirement of cohesion seems like a big payment for the people that she's demanding it of. Like, we'll protect you, but you got to play by our rules.
See, here's the thing, and I think this is how they're going to achieve, because I agree with you in that that's like the mindset she's trying to put forward, but I think what we're going to find out is that Kuvira is behind it. Like, it's orchestrated. Because here's the thing, What do you
mean behind it?
Like the bandit attacks.
Abby said the same thing.
And here's why, and because someone pointed this out to me.
I didn't think she needed to be. Like, I got the impression that country was fucked up enough without help, but,
Yeah, no, that's true. But here's the thing. Remember when the train's going through and she captures those bandits in the beginning? And one's like, it's like, you can join me. And it's like, but you're going to have to cut your hair. Remember that? I mean, if you rewatch it, you'll see it. But
all right.
Later on...
No, I don't remember the cut your hair part.
Later on, you'll see a bandit. Like, when Opal and Kai are flying on the Sky Bison.
Who looks like...
He is, like, literally, like armed, like everything. He is the guy.
Oh, fuck.
At least, I mean, like, maybe that's just, like, they look similar. But it's, like, it looks like he shaved and, like, his hair is the same. He's wearing an armband in the same place. So I don't know. But that's where the impression I'm getting. So I'm thinking she's using, like, hey, these bandit attacks as a way to, like, consolidate power within the Earth Nation.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's what's true, but, I mean, like, and you see, like, a lot of, like, bitterness between her and Opal. Like, there's a lot of, like, hey, like, we're just gonna throw you into, like, really complicated, like, personal relationships here.
Watching the kind of disintegration of closeness between Opal and Bolin.
And her brother. Who's now Kuvira's fiance.
Yep.
Which is he the artist one? I didn't remember that.
Oh, the My Life is Darkness guy?
Yeah, the My Life is Darkness guy.
I know.
I really hope it is. Maybe it's, I don't know, but I really hope it is. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see. I mean, it's an interesting thing that they're trying to pull off, and her metal bending is like so cool. Because
like using her armor as
as
attacks and going for like eyes and hands, throat.
And you can tell too, especially now that cause you know that they produced like these seasons together. You can tell they did because there were like certain things in season 3 that like I feel like are gonna.
Yeah, they set her up and gave her a name with absolutely no reason.
Yeah, but here's the thing. But
there was a reason.
So. The suit that Varric walks into. He's like, "Hey, I can make this suit magnetic." You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That uniform's like a more scaled down version of the uniform the Kuvira soldiers are using.
That's kind of cool.
I don't know if that's exactly the case, but it kind of looks like really like stormtrooper-esque. Not stormtrooper-esque, but like Nazi stormtroopers. Like, so I don't know, but I think it's really cool that you kind of see like those small things.
And then the very tail end of episode 1, you see Korra, basically not where she's supposed to be, not where anyone thinks she is, getting her ass kicked.
I thought, even right before that, where like her dad shows up with Naga.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Hey, where's Korra?" And he's like, "What do you mean? Like, My daughter's been missing for, like, the last month? Like
6 months, I thought.
I thought it was a month. But yeah, or maybe 6 months. Oh, yeah, no, it was 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, she's writing letters back. Yeah.
Yeah. Shows you how ineffective letters are. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why no one does it anymore. Post office.
Take it.
Yeah. No, it's kind of cool to see. And then we kind of see in the second episode.
So the second episode, Korra Alone, which is reminded me very much of the episode Zuko Alone from the first series.
Right. Because I didn't remember that correlation, but please go ahead and tell everyone.
But no, it was the episode where, Zuko buggers off from
Iroh. He's like, I hate you, and yeah.
He's like, I'm going to go off on my own. And he does his little soul search and ends up with, like, a family on the farm helping them, and they kind of take him in until he reveals that he's a firebender, and then the kid of the family's like, I hate you, and he just kind of is forced out on his own again, kind of to think about what being a firebender really means in the world.
Right.
And I think it's a real soul search.
And
it's kind of a mellow, just real contemplative episode.
Yeah, and then and I agree because now this episode is pretty much that. It's giant. It's all it is really a soul search.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you see some action. There's a little bit of fighting, but it's not like, hey, like let's rumble. Korra's really not in a place where she's really okay.
No, like obviously her fights are against herself.
Yeah. Someone mentioned that to me. I don't know if you mentioned that, but it was like the fight between her and the Earthbender. It almost seemed like she's like because we see it where like because she's seeing her image and she's like, come on, hit me, let's go, like let's you and me, let's rumble. Like it's like not like where it's like, hey, like I'm trying to actually win. It's like she's trying to like
prove something to herself,
beat herself.
Yeah, she's trying to win psychologically against whatever's taken over, basically PTSD.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, and we find that this out towards the end, is that like, is it PTSD or is there something there? Because the dog, the spirit is like barking at it. So it's like it's not like it's like just in her head.
Abby lost her shit over that little like fluffy yellow thing.
Oh god!
Like the little yellow spirit. She's just like, oh, it's so cute.
Yeah. I want to take its skin and wear it on my face. Like, probably not, but I mean, yeah. And that's the kind of thing is like I kind of and we're not going further in that, but I was like it's kind of cool to see like Korra like trying to reconnect with her spiritual self.
Yeah,
because after the second season, after the loss of her past lives, she's really on her own, and like more so than any other Avatar has ever been before, except maybe Wan. But then Wan had Rava. And now Rava's gone. Yeah. As well. So really she is like
way on her own. Like she can get back and forth in the spirit realm. She left it open.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. And that's something that's like I don't know, obviously it's a fantasy thing so you can't really like understand that, but like imagine like having like hundreds of past lives that you like that Aang could always connect to, and like not like he'd hang out with them all the time, but like when he really needed help they'd be there for him, and now that's gone.
Well, yeah, it's kind of losing a sense.
Yeah,
like if you're used to seeing and all of a sudden you go blind.
Yeah,
it's not like you were born blind. It's like you know what you're missing.
Oh, that'd be the worst.
Yeah.
Imagine going scent deaf. Like you just couldn't smell. That'd be the worst.
I'm halfway there anyway.
Really?
My sense of smell is so bad.
So yeah, it was just, it's such a cool... No, yeah, I know. But it's such a cool thing. And, like, and you see her traveling around the world, like, trying to find herself. And the thing is always there.
Yeah, like, I couldn't quite tell if she was searching or escaping or both.
Kind of like, it sounds like she's trying to escape. And then she sees it and she's like, no, this is... I'm gonna fuck you up. And then that leads her to, like, the Earth Kingdom.
Can we please talk about the ending, like the surprise reveal at the end?
Was that surprising?
That was surprising for me.
I wasn't surprised because I saw in the trailer she's like, Toph?
Oh, god damn it.
I know, so in the trailer, like, that ruined it for me.
Must have absolutely missed that.
Well, thank God you did, because you enjoyed it. I mean, I still enjoyed it, but yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, Abby and I were on the couch watching it, and the very first, like, the old woman were like, huh. And then they showed, a shot from the side, and I saw the wristband, and I'm just like, ah!
You hate your wife? Is that what you did?
Oh yeah, just like that. Oh, I'm so excited. It's just like shh. Oh yeah, we both got real pumped.
Well, as you would, because it's weird. I guess that does make sense because she is like the youngest, so it would make sense she's still around with Katara still being around.
Yeah. It also makes sense that she would have just kind of run off and done her own thing.
I'm interested to see where Toph comes into it, though, because she was never really like that spiritual of a person.
No, but it seems like she's kind of serving a little bit of, the role of the past lives.
Yeah, connection. That's exactly,
It's kind of like Zuko did last season. Mm-hmm. In a very understated way, but...
We were friends, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, no, it wasn't really played up like I imagine this whole Toph thing's going to be, with her, like, really being lost. But she's like, man, I wish I could talk to Aang. And Iroh was like, who was real close to Aang? Zuko.
My uncle.
He's my grandson, or
his
nephew.
Yeah.
My nephew. Uncle.
Wait, how does that work? Iroh was like...
His uncle. He was the Fire Lord's brother.
Fire Lord... Yeah, no. Young Iroh.
Oh,
I think you're talking young Iroh.
No.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
old Iroh,
the general Iroh.
In the Spirit World.
Oh, okay, yeah,
where she
Spirit
goes
Iroh.
To find Henry Rollins.
Right.
Sorry.
Now, you're right.
Black Flag.
Well, when you have two characters named the same thing, yeah.
My bad.
No. When you have two people named the same, it's really their fault.
Yeah. Why would you name your
somebody awesome after somebody also awesome?
Yeah. Why would you name your grandson or your son after your grandfather?
I don't know.
Go on.
I didn't really think about that till just now. So yeah, no, it's cool because it's like I think she's gonna gain something like more than just the connection. I feel like because like I don't think there's ever been a season of Avatar where like the Avatar hasn't gained some sort of skill. Like obviously in The Last Airbender he's gaining the elements,
right? And
then Korra, like in the first season, she gains what is it? Energy bending. In the end, because she brings back people's bending.
Yeah.
In the second
really
one,
use that going out though.
Yeah. In the second one, she learns the spiritual thing, the water bending thing.
Yeah.
And then the third one, she gains metal bending. So I think there's going to be something. I don't know, like how minor it'll be. I thought maybe she would gain the like tap thing, like the foot thing.
Oh, the
like to like see with see without seeing kind of thing. But who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure where the season's going other than just the clashing political ideologies, and I'm not sure where Korra fits into it yet.
Yeah, I don't really know where, because, like, does she restore the status quo with, like, putting the weird, like, guy that's obviously not a very good leader on the throne? Or does she, like, let Kuvira, like, I don't think there's going to be a way that Kuvira ends up, like, not getting defeated somehow, but, like, I don't really know where the middle ground is.
Yeah. No, I don't actually see Korra siding entirely with the Air Nation philosophy either. Like, maybe 90%, but I don't think she's as there as, like, Opal and Kai. I think she's a little too broken for that right now.
Can we talk about the air suits? Because we kind of forgot that.
The squirrel suits.
Yeah, the squirrel suits. That was kind of cool. It's kind of cool to kind of see, like... Because, like...
Get the whole creative with these powers.
Yeah, the whole, like... air nomad like philosophy is like very stagnant, and like it's kind of cool to see some innovation in there. I wonder whose idea that was.
The New Blood, somewhere, whether it be Kai or someone else.
Actually, maybe it's unfair to say stagnant because the reality is like the nation got destroyed for 100 years and there was nobody.
Oh well, okay,
and then there was Aang, who was like basically just like the product of 100 years ago, and then there's Tenzin, who's like his son, so he gained...
who's trying to grasp onto some semblance of
his culture,
near dead culture.
Right. Yeah,
like one away from extinct.
Yeah, exactly, and now
so Tenzin's got a chip on his shoulder, but completely understandably. Also, we're almost at 20 minutes. That's alright.
That's fine. They can watch it or they can not watch it. That's fine. I'd rather just talk about it.
Fucking love talking about this.
Yeah, it's fine. They can listen.
Whether or not the camera's on, whether or not we have an audience, we're still talking about this.
Yeah, we still do it. So you can stop now if you'd like. We're just going to keep shooting this shit until we're tired of it.
Or you can
Go to the next video.
Talk to us in the comments.
Yeah, comments. Yeah, I would like to hear what you think about Legend of Korra. Because honestly, I feel like, I think there's a lot of overlap between people that like, not Naruto specifically, but manga, and people that like Avatar. I've never really heard anyone that's been like, Avatar's stupid.
Yeah.
Except my girlfriend.
Well.
Yeah, but she's not really into manga.
Yeah, that's fine. If she doesn't like that kind of storytelling, then...
She didn't give it a chance. You know what the problem was? Is she saw the M. Night Shyamalan movie first.
Ugh.
And I feel like you can't.
Whoops.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that.
Abby showed me a really great Tumblr post of someone asking where they can find the non-dubbed version of Avatar with just
God, I
subs.
saw that. And I was like, you anime elitist douchebag.
So good.
Actually, this is kind of correlated. I went to Comic-Con. You knew I went to Comic-Con. Yeah, I went to New York Comic-Con.
I saw you at Comic-Con.
I know. We can talk about that with the weekly word about I got to see. But I saw someone dressed up as I don't know if it was dressed up as specifically Avatar Kyoshi or just someone one of the Kyoshi warrior, but it was really well done. It was spot on. And I liked it, and I hope to see more of it, especially considering I know the show is ending. But I'm hoping that people continue to keep that alive.
I really like the attention to detail that sometimes comes with good cosplay. Not necessarily the attitudes that are always there, but whatever. People are people.
Dude, we can talk about, what, this is a weekly word thing.
This will be a weekly word.
All right, are we good now?
I think we're good.
All right, well, thank you guys for listening.
We're going to start recording weekly word, so if you want to watch it tomorrow from when
so many videos
when we post this, we'll space mail.
Okay, every other day.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait for tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, actually, tomorrow's Friday, so the new episode comes out.
Oh.
So maybe I'll put this up tonight, and maybe you guys watch it in the morning, and then watch the third episode.
Watch another one.
And then you can wait a week to figure out what we think about the third episode. Besides that, we probably like it. So all right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Yep. We'll see you guys.
Real. So I'll see you in a minute.